So in this video we're taking a look at another new project of mine. So this car belonged to somebody who lives up the road from me. I didn't go looking for this car. I got talking to them and they offered me the car at a good price. Now, from the picture I've put up, does anybody think they know what car it is? Obviously I'm going to show you in a minute the car and we'll go round it, but from the little picture I wonder if anyone can guess what it is. Anyway, now we're going to start looking around the car. So it's an Alfa. Now there's many opinions on Alfas. I think, was it Jamie Clarkson once said something like, yeah, if you're a petrol head, you're not a petrol head until you've owned an Alfa or something like that. Anyway, so this is a 2000 Alfa GTV Spider. Now, I'm just showing you there the bumper. There is a mark on the bumper and on the bonnet. Now, basically, this was, according to the previous owner, this was his uncle. When he had the car, it was his wife that did that. So that's probably the worst damage on the car. I'm just obviously showing you around it now, down the side. There's the tyres on it as well are all good, all brand new. Just showing you there on the back bumper, the mark on the back bumper. They're probably the worst things on this car. And obviously I'm just showing you around it, going all around the car. It's got a nice aftermarket exhaust on it as well. Now we're just going down the passenger side. Again, another wheel. They're all Michelins with plenty of tread on them. We're going down the passenger side. Now on the passenger side front, I'm showing you the front tyre there, another Michelin. On the front of the bonnet or wing, there is a scratch. Now obviously this comes up as complete the bonnet, so there isn't actually like much of a wing there. So that's basically the outside of the car. The roof looks a little bit tatty around the back, but I think he said he changed the roof. It just looks a little bit in the corners. I've got to have a look at the electric part of it because that seems to be playing up. You can also see there the aerial is missing, which is in the car. So I've got to fit that. I'm now going to show you the inside of the car. Obviously that's the driver's seat, which looks really nice. The steering wheel looks okay. One thing I have noticed on the dashboard is there's no battery light, so I need to investigate that. But something I have noticed, I don't know if you've seen there, it's actually got nearly a full tank of petrol, as you can see there in the video, which in today's values of petrol, that's worth a little bit of money. But I don't know how long it's been in the car, and obviously the car's been sitting. I don't know if it's E5 or E10 petrol, so I don't know how good that petrol is. But anyway, so obviously I'm showing you the inside of the car there. You can see the sun visor, which is cool, different. The inside isn't too bad. There is a problem with the driver's door handle, which I've showed you already in the video. You see me messing around with it, and I'm just doing it again. So the door handle on the inside isn't opening the car. Works on the outside but isn't opening from the inside, so I need to investigate that. It does need a deep clean inside and needs a clean outside, because basically just actually showing where the battery's located there, which is like middle of the car. So yeah, anyway, inside the car it's not too bad. The worst part to me is the passenger seat. Now it looks like it's had a repair on it in the past to me, as you can see there in the video, which is a shame. It lets it down a little bit, so that's possibly something that wants looking at to make the interior of the car spot on. And it just wants a deep clean inside and a deep clean outside, because it's obviously just been sitting in the garage for a year. When I went and pulled it out, the tyres were all flat, so we had to pump them up. So yeah, it's just been sitting around. But obviously I've showed you the outside of the car. I've pulled it back inside now, and obviously I'm just showing you basically inside the engine bay there. This has got the 2 litre twin spark. Now I was doing a little bit of research. Apparently they do a 1.8 twin spark, a 2 litre twin spark, a 2 litre V6 and a 3 litre V6. You will also just see there I put a mat over an oil patch in the garage, so yes, that is one of the problems with this Alfa. It has got an oil leak, which seems to be a problem with a lot of the cars I have. They all have oil leaks. So now I'm just showing you in the video, we're going over the car a little bit. I'm showing you obviously the rear lights. All the rear lights are working. I'm just basically going to go over this car and I'm going to see what it would need to put it back on the road. So as you can see there, we've checked all the rear lights. All the rear lights are working. I'm showing you now inside the engine bay again. You can see oil there. Now I think the oil leak's coming from the rocker cover. That's also where the previous owner thought it was coming from, so I do need to look at that. And also in the boot here now, I'm just in the boot, they've got lots of different parts. There's some like aftermarket, like some basically old parts and some new parts. There's some CV boots. There is some brake discs and pads. There's the aerial for the back. There's lots of different things in the boot which I need to go through and see what there actually is, because I think there's more in there than what I think. But yeah, that's obviously the boot of the car. I think they're a very, very pretty car, to be honest. Now I'm just checking all the front lights on the car. Just checking all they're working. Sorry, that they all are working. Which obviously, as you can see in the video, the side lights are working. They seem to be in the bottom, but the fog lights, the indicators are working. Full and main beam are working as well. Everything on the front of the car seems to be working. The washers are not great, and I've also noticed I don't think the horn is working, so that's going to be something else to be investigated on this car. I didn't say much in the video then, I just wanted you to listen to the engine running, and you can actually hear the engine is a little bit noisy. It looks like it's top end, sounds a bit like it's top end from listening to it, but I need to do some further investigations into that. So now I've just got the car in on the ramp to have another look basically at the wheels underneath and so on. I've started with the driver's side front wheel, and I can't see anything there, like there don't seem to be any movement in anything. It's had new brake discs and pads at the front as well, and it's obviously had new tyres all round, but on the driver's side front corner I can't see anything that will be an issue. The passenger side, now we're going to look at the passenger side and do the same thing as we've done on the driver's side, just go over it, obviously check the suspension, tyre, brakes and so on. Obviously, like I've said a few times, it's had new tyres all round, so the tyre's okay. It's had new front brakes which are okay. And obviously just checking everything else. Again, I couldn't see anything on this side that was an issue. Now I'm underneath the car at the front, I'm just checking obviously everything. You can see from the video it's very oily out, which obviously you can expect the fact that there's an oil leak. I'm just checking the underside, the suspension on the driver's side there. The CV boot looks like it's got hose clamp clips holding it on, which is a bit strange. I've never seen that before, so that we'll want looking at some point, but it seems to be holding and doing its job. Obviously I just need to check them again and make sure the actual boots are okay. But so far from what I can see at the front, obviously on the driver's side, it's okay. Underneath, it's a bit oily, like I've said. Just needs obviously the rocker cover gasket doing, cleaning up and seeing if that is the only leak. But I'm just checking everything while I'm under there that I can see, which obviously is difficult when the car can't go too high. Like when it's on the MOT ramp, you can go underneath it and have a proper good look at things. But from what I can see with the suspension underneath and everything, I can't see any issues. Obviously I've got CV boots in the boot to fit, but I need to just double check them. I couldn't see anything obvious with them, other than obviously one had been fitted with hose clamp clips. But yeah, the front seems okay. Obviously, as you see in the video, it's got an aftermarket exhaust. You can see from underneath here, basically from the cap to the back of the car, it's all relatively a new exhaust, which sounds okay. Obviously the underneath of the car, the floor looks okay from what you can see. It's obviously difficult with where the ramp is to see everything, but from what I can see it all looks good. It looks like someone's used some kind of paste around the cat to put the exhaust on as like a gasket. Obviously as I'm going around the car, I'm just checking everything I can see, obviously even like corrosion wise as well. Obviously again there's the engine, which is very oily, which obviously it's going to need a service and stuff, and obviously all leaks sorting out. But under the front don't look too bad. Obviously I'm just getting the sump a bit of a clean there, as you can see, with some brake cleaner, just getting some of the oil that's sitting there on the underneath the engine off, so it's not leaking all over the place. But obviously the fact there's a leak there, it's just going to drip down anyway. But I just thought I'd get a bit of a clean up while I've got it on the ramp and I'm underneath. And so I'm just showing the drive shaft in closer there, that one's got the hose clamp clips on this side, on the passenger side, sorry. Doesn't look like it's been off, like the clamps are original clamps. So now we're at the back of the car, and I'm just having a good look underneath the back of the car. Like I've said, the tyres are all new all round, so they're okay. Obviously you can see the exhaust there better in the video, that's literally like brand new. So I'm just checking the suspension, the brakes and so on. But obviously, like I said earlier on in the video, there is some rear brakes in the car, so that is one job that's going to need to be done on this car. So whilst I'm having a good look underneath the back of the car, as you can see in the video, I do want to mention that this car has actually been for an MOT in 2025 and it failed on a couple of bits. What I will do is put a picture up on the screen now so you can see that. So I do have a list to go off roughly, but obviously I found some bits that wasn't on the list, and some of the things, like one of the things in particular, I can only see a little bit on that particular item that I am concerned about, but I do need to have a good look at them when I come to do one of the jobs. But as you can see underneath the back of the car is reasonably good. I'm showing you, fuel pipes and stuff. Obviously just checking for any areas that would need welding, just having a good poke around, but it doesn't seem too bad from what I can see. So yeah, the age of car, I don't think this is too bad underneath. Obviously it's a 2000, it was registered in Italy first and came here in 2001, but obviously it's right hand drive, which obviously in Italy I believe they drive on the opposite side of the road. But yeah, underneath is not too bad really. I'm quite impressed. Obviously we've got them few things on the MOT fail that it went for to look at. Obviously the rear brake disc and pads have got to be done. The rear brake pipes, I've looked at them as I'm looking underneath, which I'm looking at now. The spring's a little bit rusty, and I'm trying to show you there in the video the brake pipe. The rustiest part of the brake pipe is where it connects to near the caliper. That's the worst part of it. The actual rest of the brake pipe that I could see didn't look too bad, but I will need to investigate that again anyway. Obviously this is just an initial go over the car, see what's needed, see how bad or how good it is, and obviously then I know where I'm going with it. But the tyres are all good, the front brakes are all good. Obviously we're going to do the back brakes. The springs look a bit rusty, I suppose I could do something with them. The rear drop links, I've noticed the passenger side one's got a bit of movement, but they was on the MOT anyway as advisory, so I'm going to do them. You can see there in the video I've just showed you the rear brake pipe, but on the passenger side, which I don't think that one, again I'm showing it here, I don't think that one's too bad at all what I can see, but I do need to have another look at both of them. But yeah, the underneath of the car I don't think it's too bad. Obviously I'm just checking the handbrake is releasing and holding on both wheels. The driver's side seems to be okay. I'm going to do the same on the passenger side. And then obviously I've just got to make the list of everything that is needed to put this car back on the road. I'm just showing you inside the wheel there, if you can see on the video. It's probably not the best, obviously the condition of the brake discs, but we're going to be changing them anyway, and the pads are low. I'm just checking the passenger rear wheel, which is also working as it should. It's holding on the handbrake and it's releasing, so you can see it spinning there. So overall it's not too bad. Obviously I've got to make a list yet of what's needed, but yeah, I'm just showing you there in the video the rear brake disc on the passenger side. But yeah, not too bad at all really. Obviously the next thing I'm going to do in the video is I'm just checking the sills, which you can't see when the car's on the ramp, and I can't see very well where it's parked there. As you can see, it's over the ramp, so I do need to pull it off from the ramp, probably jack it up, put some axle stands underneath it and have a good look at the sills from underneath. I can't feel any holes where there should be, but the sills at the front looks like it's probably been jacked on them and like incorrectly and crushed, like bent them slightly, or crushed them, or it's been driven over something. But I can't feel any holes or anything, so obviously I do need to have a look at them sills again and just make sure everything there is okay. But from what I could see there was no holes or anything, but I do need to just look at them again. But this is just my first initial go over of the car and making a list of what's needed to put it back on the road. Obviously the driver's side is the same as the passenger side. Can't feel any holes, but I was a bit concerned about the front of the sill. Looks like it's been jacked on them incorrectly or driven over something that it shouldn't have been. So yeah, that's basically it. So now I'm just going to make a list of everything that's needed to put this Alfa GTV Spider, or 916 I think they're also referred to, back on the road. So the first thing is an oil leak, which I believe is the rocker cover. I'm also going to do an oil change as well, which I've got a filter. It could do a really good service. Rear brake discs and pads, which I've got. Rear brake pipes are going to need looking at. Also the rear drop links I'm going to have to do, which I'll have to get some of them. The sills, I'm going to have to just go over them again and make sure I'm happy with them. The driver's door lock I need to do for the MOT. The engine noise needs looking at. I'm just trying to think here in the video of everything because I'm writing it down. CV boots I need to just look at again. So that is basically the main things, and I'm just putting on aerial, central locking and some of them bits, but they're not important to get for an MOT. But yeah, that's the list there, which isn't too bad really. So yeah, that's the video, well, this video on the Alfa done.